Well, I have streamed from my phone one time.
Oh yeah.
It was when we were in where was I? Louisiana. Did you see that stream when me and Andrew were in the bathtub?
Yes, I was actually in there like just a tiny bit. I was like I had to drop in because I had another obligation to do. But
Okay, welcome to the live stream, everybody. We are in Portland,
Yep.
Oregon for the the Portland Retro Game Expo. It actually just ended. It's like 7:30 in the morning right now.
yeah.
This is Warren.
Hello.
You guys might remember from Las Vegas. He is,
Yep.
you're like a diehard vlogger from the beginning. Or
I
vlog watcher, I should say.
a vlog watch. Yeah, yeah. I'm diehard. My brother introduced me to the vlog, and then I found out about Adventure Archives and all that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Marco, wow, welcome.
Hey.
And when I visited you in Las Vegas, when we all visited you,
Okay.
you said that you were going to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo with your brother,
Right.
and then we planned it, and now it happened this past weekend. And I was going to hike the Timberline Trail this week. I'm just going to do some random hikes. I guess we'll talk about that later. But I thought we'd do a live stream because we got time to kill at 7:30. Nothing's open yet, but
Yeah.
You get up what time every day?
Yeah. I work at a bank, so I get up at like what 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So this is normal for me. Yeah.
Marco, I will not be visiting Seattle, but I could though. Like, how far is Seattle? How far of a drive is Seattle from?
Good
Yuri
morning,
Ikeda, welcome.
Good morning.
I don't know. I could maybe, because I'm renting a car, so who knows. But let's show some of our pickups. I'll show mine because I don't have that many. But what I do have is very nice.
Yeah,
it is very nice.
Some quality stuff.
Some stuff that I've been wanting for a long time. So we'll get to the big item. In fact, I'll show the big item first. So this is something I've been wanting forever. In fact, let me make sure the chat's up so that I don't live chat.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so M-Bikes Rule. I missed your message too. Welcome. 3 hours. Maybe. Maybe I should go to Seattle because I got my buddy Michio who lives there.
Okay.
My cousin lives there. Maybe I should go visit him.
Nintendo's there.
Yeah, and I've got until Saturday. My flight doesn't leave until Saturday, so I've got lots of time to kill. Okay, so when I went to this convention, well, before I went to the convention,
Yeah.
I had one thing in mind that I wanted to get, and I was like, if I get nothing else, I want to find this. So that is Final Fantasy III for the Super Nintendo. As soon as I got in there, I found a booth that had 2 copies. I looked at them; they were beautiful. I said my max spend is $130.
Yeah.
The first copy I got, it was in beautiful condition, and I looked at some of the other booths. They didn't have any copies, so I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. I got 130. So I got this copy, but then later on, somebody else opened a booth that wasn't open when I first looked around, selling a copy for $85.
Ooh.
It wasn't as nice. Actually, this is the good one. This was the one that's not as good, but it wasn't as nice condition. So I got it anyway though because it was 85. So I figure what I'll do is I'll cherry pick from each one, get the best components like manual and stuff from each,
Yeah.
and then sell the other one because you can sell either one of these for $130 on eBay easily.
Yep.
So got those. I was very happy about that. Did I close the chat? Oh, there you go. Hi, no, top chat. We'll just do that. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Bryce Ryan. Oh, T. Bryce Ryan. What up, T. Bryce Ryan?
Hey.
Oh, I just finished the Timberline and conditions are great. Hope the weather stays good. Maybe I will still do it then.
Okay.
I told you about this, but somebody just died on the Timberline Trail. And it wasn't because the Timberline Trail is particularly dangerous or anything. It's just that, like, he got lost at, like, the very end, like, a mile. Okay, in fact, while T. Bryce Ryan, while you're here, hopefully you're still here, how are the crossings at the rivers and stuff? That's the only thing that I'm really concerned about. But I've got so much time this week that I feel like just hiking random trails is not going to be enough. So, okay. Anyways, why don't we switch to you? Let's see what some of the pickups you got before I show the rest of them. Matt Williams, what's up?
I was looking around for anything like imports, Game Boy, Game Gear games. Didn't find too much, so instead I went towards like the lesser known or the pickups like at Xbox Original. PlayStation 3 is still like the games are super cheap and they're super good.
So for those of you who don't play video games, what he's talking about kind of is, every couple of years they release a new system, and right now the best system to buy for is the one that was previously out. So like now they're on PlayStation 4 and they're like halfway through that generation. The previous generation was PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So you can get stuff for super cheap. Everything's available. So yeah, go on.
Yeah. So okay, for the import side, I got this for the Super Famicom. The label's a little bit off here, but I'll fix it. I'll find a way. This is Sailor Moon R. This is very similar to a fighting game like Final Fight. Can't really find this in. I'm from Las Vegas, by the way, so I can't really find stuff like this. But I've been wanting to get this, and yeah, I'll just put a English translation patch on this system called the Retron 5, and I can play the whole game in English. So that's gonna be very cool.
Whoever just asked, who was it just asked? Hold on. Live chat.
Is it
Lauren, no, this is not my cousin. This is my buddy Warren. He watched the vlog. We met him in Las Vegas earlier this year, and we decided to go to the Portland Retro Game Expo together.
Yeah.
But anyways, go on.
But yeah, I've been looking for this thing. I had to bundle it up with a couple other games. I'll show it. There's another one, World Heroes 2, that I picked up.
World Heroes, I used to play in the Pizza Hut growing up all the time. They had a Neo Geo machine.
Right.
And then they had World Heroes. I think it was just one, but man, it was great.
Unfortunately, the back of it is all jangled up, so I was able to haggle, get it down a couple bucks, so that was a good deal. But I think about like 4 of these games. Oh yeah, so they also got Romancing Saga. It's like a hefty JRPG. I can find the patch for it and play it in English. So like I got like a couple of these games.
Wow, that's funny. Somebody wrote the Japanese name on it.
End label, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really neat though.
Cool. Is this the one that was just re-released on Switch and PS4 and stuff?
Oh, you know what? Maybe.
Or was that 2? I think it was 2.
Maybe it was 2. But the cool thing is that you can actually like haggle with people. And I actually bought like 4 other games. I was able to get some sort of a deal. They were doing like 1 for 5, 2
so
for
let's
8.
hold them all up. So what all did you get?
Like this here. And I got a couple more, but
Put those two on, like closer. Yeah,
Right
what is
here.
it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
This one up here is the first Shin Megami Tensei, very, very popular series, and it has spin-offs like Persona and like what's it called, the Devil Nocturne or something like that.
Oh yeah, Devil
Yeah.
Summoner.
Devil
And
Summoner.
then there's Nocturne. There's all sorts. I've only played Persona 3 Portable, but there's a ton of them. Okay, so let's take a break from games for a second because I need to ask T. Bryce Ryan about this trail. T. Bryce Ryan, when did you finish the trail? Like, was it just like a week ago, like a few days ago? Because if the conditions are still good, man, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna do it.
You gonna do it?
Because I've got today. My plane leaves on Saturday, so I've got. Well, not so much today. I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 4 entire days that I can do the trail.
Okay.
And then Saturday I need to fly out. Man, I feel like 2 days ago. Okay, it's decided I'm doing it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let me see which. See you later, Clay. Thank you for joining.
Bye. Thank you all for watching.
And welcome, Jason and Mark Piranio. Okay, it took me 3 full days to do the whole trail. One crossing is tough because of a steep, eroded bank. Water levels are fairly low. But an offline trail map is very useful. Trails are easy to follow, just nice to know the junctions. Okay. Yeah, it's decided, dude. I'm gonna do it.
All right. All right.
Well, I've got time to decide, but
Okay.
so the plan today is once stuff actually starts opening, we are gonna go explore. Here, let me put that back a little bit. We're gonna go explore Portland. We're gonna start with Powell's Books.
Okay.
That's like a bookstore that's literally an entire city block. You saw some pictures of it today. I saw
Right.
it the other day.
Yeah.
It's next to the Voodoo Donuts. We're
Oh.
probably not gonna partake in the Voodoo Donuts.
Probably not. I mean, we'll.
Or
we'll
is the
look at
CD
it.
store next to the Voodoo?
CD store is next to the Voodoo Donuts. Down. I think it's actually within walking distance.
Okay.
We could take photos and stuff.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
not partake. But
Yeah, because apparently there's always lines there, but they have lots of various concoctions. Like they got a cinnamon toast crunch donut or something.
They got some like very unique one. There's like one that's like literally a voodoo and they have like a little like, I think they have like some sort of stick or whatever, like edible foods that are sticking into the.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's where they got the name from.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're known for some like crazy, like stuff with their donuts. They're very world famous.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mark, let me ask you this question. He said he had one with Captain Crunch.
Oh yeah.
Was it worthwhile, like, to wait in line just for a donut? Because for me, I mean, like, donuts are delicious, but waiting in line for a donut seems like kind of absurd.
Maybe if just one and done. Like if just for that one time experience, just say yes, I did do it, and then be done with it. I mean, if I was a local, hell no, I would not go all
Maybe we
the
should
time.
do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. T. Bryce Ryan, thank you very much for the advice. I will definitely safely travel, and then.
When in
Yeah.
2011 there was no line. Well, it is a Monday, so
Man, 2011 is 7 years ago now.
yeah.
So I guess they've had 7 years to build up. Cash only, it was underwhelming. I don't even have any cash, so it's decided. You don't eat sugar at all. You're much better about that than I am.
Yeah, I'm on that ketogenic diet. It worked for me, so.
Cool. Okay, so anyway, back to games real quick. First of all, thank you everybody for joining. Just to catch anybody up to speed who hasn't been caught up to speed. The vlog, actually I don't even say anything about the vlog yet. The vlog's still being filmed, I just haven't had time to edit recently because of work obligations and then just busyness. I've been in Portland since Thursday. We were here for the Retro Gaming Expo. We've been showing our pickups and we're waiting for things to open because we're up way too early. And I just realized like I had half a cup of coffee, so like that's why my mind is going like the words are just flowing out of my mouth. Okay, anyways, so my next set of pickups. If anybody missed it, I got Final Fantasy III for Super Nintendo, 2 copies to cherry pick, whatever. Okay, so real quick, Saturn RGB cable.
Ooh.
So that's the best quality video cable for the Saturn. I figured it was time for me to finally get my Saturn collection going.
Yeah.
I got 7 games. I got this many games because I wanted to get a deal. I had $95 cash left. I showed this guy the 7 games, and they totaled out to $117, which is not too bad. You could get it cheaper if you actually went to Japan, but when you factor in the cost of a ticket or shipping from Japan, it's still cheaper. Anyway,
Still cheaper. Yeah.
117 total. I said, what kind of deal can you give me? He said 105. And I said, okay, well, let me see how much cash I have because he doesn't take card. Looked at my cash, I had exactly $95.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you do it? And he was like, and I could tell that he didn't want to do it, but he saw that I only had $95, which was weird that I only had 95. Like, it just worked out that way. Because I said, even before I knew how much cash I had, he said 105, and I was like, well, let me try to knock $10 off that. He said 95.
It was the factor of you having the interest right there on the spot.
That's true.
If
Yeah.
he lost you, that is still a lot of money that
Yeah.
he just lost
Left on the table, yeah.
And those games were sitting there. I know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we got these on the last day, and I had looked at them multiple times. But anyways, we should probably show what I got. This was like a Saturn-oriented booth, so the 3 big ones that I wanted, the other ones were cheap, and I just added those, were Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2. Those are like... See you later, Mike. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Bye. Mike.
I mean, Panzer Dragoons. This one right here, I've played the opening level of this game so many times on other systems. Like, they re-released it on the Xbox. The opening music is just... God, it's amazing. Were these upside down? Well, they're not supposed to be upside down. I don't know why the camera is being weird. But anyway, let me make sure. Rambling Ryan has a Saturn. Oh, very nice. Okay, cool. We're mostly caught up. And then the other one, Assault Suit Lanos 2. This is in the same series as one of my favorite games ever, Cybernator. This was 45, this was 20, and this was 20. So these were kind of expensive on their own. So I looked through the rest of his games, and I was trying to find things to pad it out. Sega Rally, one of my favorite arcade games ever. My brother and I used to play it in the arcade when we lived in China. They had like the full Sega Rally car thing. It was amazing. Daytona USA, I've played this a couple times, but I really love racing games, so I thought, why not put that on there too? Oh, it's backwards. Why is this backwards then? It should not be backwards.
Backwards, not upside down. Like
That's
flipped?
Yeah, it must be the phone. Okay, well that just flips that camera. Yeah, this is the YouTube streaming thing. Sorry guys. So they're gonna be backwards. Tactics Ogre. I have no need for a Japanese copy. I have this on other systems, and they remade it for the PSP. It's way better on there. But
Okay.
It's beautiful. It was cheap.
Ooh.
I said, why not put it on there? And then Shining Wisdom, I
Yeah.
have no idea if this is any good. But it's
Yes, it actually is quite good. Yeah.
Oh, really?
The English one, English version is like more than $100 something.
yeah. So
So.
this the Japanese version was cheap, and it's an action RPG, so it's easy to jump into at the very least.
Right.
So that was my Saturn thing. That's actually all I collected. So I spent kind of a lot of money, but the stuff I got, I'm really happy with. So.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Moving on. What did you get, Warren?
What did I get? Yeah, first day. The arcade was just only open. The full event, the exhibitor hall, wasn't open till Saturday, but they had at least one or two booths actually selling stuff. And then this one just caught my eye. This is actually the highest thing I bought was for $20 is Parasite Eve for the PS1.
It's really good condition. Like, we found other copies of Parasite Eve throughout the convention, but none of them were in condition or as good condition as that.
Yeah,
one.
because I didn't see this at all. Like
Oh, you
anywhere
did? I
else.
saw it a few places.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they weren't even close to as good as this one.
So it does come with the first and second in like almost pristine condition. Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
it
nice.
shows really nice on the
Yeah,
screen.
you can see the hotel.
Hello, hotel. Look at that. Okay.
reflection there.
Yeah, and then it has some art on the bottom of it. And what's cool is that it also comes with the manual and another disc. This is a demo CD here. Has like demos of Xenogears, Bushido Blade, Brave Fencer Musashi, and Final Fantasy VIII. So yeah, and then that's also pristine. Yeah, I'm not gonna find a better deal anywhere
Yeah.
else. And it has some extra art.
That was good, man. Like, you could
Yeah.
eventually find something like that on eBay, but you're not going to find it at that price, and it's not going to be in hand. So that was a good pickup.
Yeah.
That was definitely a good.
Congrats on the find. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
that
Yeah.
actually, now that you mention it, that's not something that was on my radar. But if you hadn't been interested in that, I would have been tempted by that. I'm like, Parasite Eve, okay.
I'm very fortunate I don't own a Saturn, so all those games,
Yeah.
I would have been tempted if I owned a Saturn.
Okay, so I got to show what this is real quick.
Good morning.
Lorenzo was asking what the event was.
Thank you. What you guys doing in Portland?
We were here for this, the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So actually, those buildings in the background, that's the convention center, and this is obviously the artwork for Mega Man 2. And the guy who made this artwork, he was there selling prints of his stuff. But yeah, basically it's just this right here was all the exhibitors just selling old games. This right here was a big arcade setup where people brought in arcade games and all this stuff. They were all set to free play. It was cool. It was basically 2 days of buying a bunch of old games with other people who are even crazier than we are.
Oh
Just
my
like,
gosh.
Like, I'm not even... Like, I'm hardcore kind of like in my knowledge, but as far as collecting goes, like even these two guys, well,
Yeah.
his brother was here too. Like, you guys out hardcored me in the collecting aspect. Like, here, come on,
Oh yeah, yeah.
let's just show the whole
The
bag.
grand
Show
total.
the
This
whole
is
bag.
and this is just only my bag.
This is one bag right here that he got. So, and there are people like that who are way more. It's crazy. So all the people who have an obsession for collecting old games, all in one place for an entire weekend, basically.
And let's also talk about that auction, because there were more crazier people there. Oh my gosh, those people like just throwing down thousands of dollars for.
Outdoor Serenity, welcome.
For just-
Everybody, welcome.
Yeah.
Anybody who I
Hello.
missed, Bird Brains, Rambling Ryan. That one bag though, you didn't spend that much money.
No, it was about, I'm saying, give or take, under $200 for everything.
Yeah,
so.
because a lot of those games are 360, PS3, PSP games. Do you get PSP also?
I did get a PSP. Oh, even better.
Game Gear?
Even better. Here's a PSP game that I got for $2, and it's sealed.
Oh yeah.
It is brand new. And
Puzzle Quest, huh?
They're just getting rid of
Oh,
it.
is that Puzzle Quest?
Puzzle Chronicles?
Oh.
I don't know what it is, but hey, $2, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Probably just like Puzzle Quest.
Yeah.
We got a question here. It said, "What was the highest paid game you heard or saw? And were there any collectibles like plushies or toy figurines or just games?" So there was a little bit of plushies and toys and stuff, and a few T-shirt booths and a few art booths, but it was mostly games.
Mostly games. Yeah.
Like it's stuff that I would be super interested in. Like seeing that many Super Nintendo games in one place was just a thing of beauty.
Oh yeah.
The game that cost the most. There was a couple heavy hitters. So Panzer Dragoon Saga. A lot of people had that. That's a game that most people had it listed for like 600. There's a few places that were like 8 to 850. Earthbound. I saw one box copy of that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
That was actually maybe that was it. I think he had it listed at $1,500, but I could be making that number up. But it was a boxed Earthbound copy, and then there was Metal Warriors, a loose cart that one person had on the arcade day was like $500, $400 or something. So Metal Warriors, Panzer Dragoon Saga, Earthbound.
I did.
There's lots of stuff. Yeah.
I did see one at least. I saw a Super Nintendo copy of Hagane, and
I don't think I saw that one.
that game, it could be in like terrible condition, and it will sell like hotcakes. Reason why is that it was a Blockbuster Video exclusive, only there, like as a rental, and
I
nowhere
think
else.
I rented that game. I could be just like making that memory up, but that sounds so familiar that now you saying that, and I've seen footage. So
It was 800.
Marco, thank you for joining. If you happen to make it to Seattle, let me know.
By the way, Hagane was $800, and it
I
could
better
be
write
in
that email
terrible
down.
condition though.
Because yeah, the anything that rare, like it doesn't matter. People will still buy it.
People will still buy it. It's just sought after. I may have saw Flintstones, but I don't know how much that costs. And that thing can fetch up to like 600, 700 for the Nintendo as well.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Flintstones?
Yeah, the Flintstones game.
Oh, for the original Nintendo.
For original Nintendo. Reason why is also another Blockbuster exclusive.
Oh.
Yeah, Blockbuster was like at the height of its game during the NES and SNES era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were gonna show some more pickups, though. You had these ones out. Did you want to show those?
Let's see. These are actually more common. I just want to say, like,
Show us
yeah.
something super cool that you
Super
picked
cool?
up. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, all right.
Or whatever you were gonna say. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, I just want to say that that whole bag of just all the stuff that I got, that was done with haggling. So I was able to knock it down a lot of money, save a lot of money, so I can further get more games. So sometimes, like, reason why I was able to haggle, because the little sticker here is already coming off, so I was able to at least save like $1 or $2, maybe $3.
What was the game
Yeah.
we played last night?
Last night, I think that was my brother's. If I'm correct.
Oh, yeah, the Sailor Moon beat 'em up. Okay,
Actually, that was this.
That's what I was
Yeah,
talking
this is
about.
the
Okay.
Sailor Moon beat 'em up. Yeah.
Oh, so that's not a fighting game.
This is the fighting game though. The Final Fight one.
Yeah, which was the Final Fight one?
Oh shoot. The
Was that this one? or-
It was this one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But there's another one that's a fighting game, like one-on-one fighting game, right?
One-on-one fighting. Yeah, I think that was my brother's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we didn't play
Oh.
that one. We just played the.
Oh, you mean this one, World Heroes?
No. I meant Sailor Moon.
Okay.
I just remember you said you bought two, or there was two Sailor Moon games. One was a fighting game. One was a beat 'em up. But...
Yeah. Oh, puzzle. The other one's a puzzle game. But I don't think we played it though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see what else. No, it's a lot of common ones. Yeah.
Ricardo, welcome. Have you guys heard of, have you heard of Bit Bash, indie gaming event in Chicago? I've not heard of that.
Oh, hey. We were talking about, like, what other ones that are close by around the Midwest area that we can go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good. I've been saying this like all weekend, but I'm really glad this is only once a year because the temptation to buy stuff that I don't really need but I want is really strong. So it's good that it's only once a year.
Another place. I'm gonna
Whoa,
get this.
whoa.
Yeah, I was about to talk
What's
about
up with
this.
the artwork there?
Oh, this
Is that
is-
reversible?
Yeah, it's a reverse.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I've never seen that artwork before.
So I'm about to. It was around like Sunday, and the place was about to close. That is also another good time because at least one dealer, maybe two, maybe three, one dealer went down to just $1 for PS3 games. So I was able to pick up a couple of games. Here is LA Noir, which they were originally selling for $6. It went down to $1, and it is in pristine condition. for the PS3. Another one, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. All of these were $1 each because they just wanted to not bring it home with them.
Yeah.
And then BioShock Infinite. This is the reverse cover. I had no clue it was a reverse cover.
Yeah.
$1 as well, and I completed my whole BioShock series with this one purchase. So
Nice.
that's another way to save at a place like this. Very good that it's in October. This is an excellent time if you know of any gamer Christmas presents, right? And you want to get them on the
yeah.
cheap. You go to a convention like this.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
Yeah,
Get some cheap stuff. Man.
cheap, but it's all Christmas presents for me. It's my stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me look through here
And
and,
you know
see
what?
what else.
And you know what? Just
Oh, so he says the Indie Bash is just a cool place to check out indie games. It's not like
Okay.
a buying event. They'll show games and
yeah.
stuff. So you got a bunch of Game Gear games.
Mm-hmm.
Columns, Sonic Chaos, Super Columns.
And then another way of haggling would be I asked, instead of money wise, I asked if I can also have the case because these were all loose. And the guy was like, yeah, okay. And even better, they were supposed to be $3 each. The guy gave me all 3 games for $7. So that was a couple bucks there saved. Now it goes towards either food or buying more games. Which we were actually pretty frugal when it came to food. We went to the local supermarket, got us deli stuff. My brother got, well, he's not here anymore. He actually had to go home. We also got like fruits and stuff.
Yeah, we just basically ate like rabbits or whatever. But
Yeah.
Onimusha, what is this? 1 and 3?
1 and 3, because I have 2 at home. So I
How is the Onimusha
Yeah.
series? Do you like it?
I hear, yeah, I was waiting to get that one, so I hear very good things about this. But yeah, unfortunately, the guy that I got that from wasn't willing to budge, but it was $5 already. I'm like, okay, I shouldn't push my luck. $5 for a game that used to be $40 brand new, so. And
Sure.
Onimusha 3 is kind of harder to find, so I was glad to get it. And yeah, as the whole series, all 3. So.
Yeah, this one has the dude from The Professional.
Right, yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, Jean something.
Jean Reno.
Jean Reno,
Or-
yeah.
Yeah. And then Takeshi Kaneshiro,
Yeah.
who I'm not as familiar with, but
Yeah, he actually licensed his likeness, so that's
Yeah.
really neat. A lot of games do that, like, what's it called? Bruce Willis for the Die Hard games.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
them, with the Die Hard arcade game, he didn't put his likeness in there. But it doesn't matter, it's still a fun game. Thank you, Sega. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put those away. Okay, and then
Okay.
so last night wasn't your brother's actual birthday,
Mm-hmm.
but we went to the Brazil Grill
Brazil
for
Grill.
his like birthday dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a really cool place. I've never been to a Brazilian grill before,
Yeah.
but it's all you can eat.
Yes.
It's super expensive. It was like $47, but they come around with different stuff. And
Right.
like there's a dude, so he's got a stick like this and a knife. And then on the stick is like different meats.
Mhm.
So like he'll come around with like some sirloin,
Oh.
or some ham,
Oh.
or some bacon wrapped chicken.
Mm.
Bacon wrapped chicken, is that the way you say it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for like these sausages, those sausages were so good, dude.
I had to take a double take. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
They come around and then they'll either like scoop it off onto your plate or they'll cut it like part of the way. You grab it with some tongs. They cut the rest off and you put it on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely got our money's worth because we didn't eat literally all day in preparation for that.
Yeah, we got our money's worth. And also, I had no clue that they actually had seafood there too. So like all these like very succulent shrimps.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, they had a salad bar, so it helped me digest it all.
Yeah, you could
down.
actually put some like greenery in there so that you weren't eating just meat. You had a little bit of fiber at least.
Right. Yeah. It was basically a Portland exclusive restaurant. Very similar to Fogo de Chao, which is everywhere, but it was $20 cheaper than Fogo de Chao, and they had nearly the same menu as Fogo de Chao. So awesome.
Nice. Jason, see you later. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Lorenzo says that there is a remaster of Onimusha coming out.
Oh, really?
I had not heard that.
Yeah, I'll probably double down then if that happens.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I want to play the Onimusha series. I wanted to play it forever, but
Okay.
never actually did. Sanwar1 asked, how was the trip? The hiking trip? I haven't done it yet. So this coming week is when I'm doing the hiking trip. If you mean the last Adventure Archives episode, that one, we already filmed it. We were still working on editing it. and I tried to get it done. Well, I should say we tried to get it done before I left, but we didn't make it in time. But I'll be back on Saturday, this coming Saturday. So I'm gonna be working on Sunday anyway. But yeah, so if you guys missed it earlier, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing the Timberline Trail this week. I wasn't going to, but then T. Bryce Ryan popped in and said he just finished like a day or two ago, and he said the conditions were great. So I think I'm gonna do it. Are there any footage of the convention? Yes, I vlogged the whole thing, so eventually you'll see it.
Yeah, there'll be a lot to see.
Yeah, I just filled up a 128 gigabyte card.
Oh wow.
So that's, I think, like 2.5 hours of footage. So obviously it's gonna get condensed down, but there's a lot.
Right.
And it's hard to like capture that, like the amount of stuff that was there, and to like give you a sense of what it was like. But hopefully I did a reasonable job.
It's just a lot to see out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first day was just the arcade. In fact, that's the only time we went to the arcade. Like after the first day, didn't even go to that.
Yeah.
There was a museum that had every NES game boxed, all in one location.
Yeah, from the U.S. region.
Oh, it was just U.S.
Only U.S. region.
Okay, yeah. It was really cool. So I filmed some of that, like all the heavy hitters that I played as a kid, like the Double Dragon games, Turtles games, Snow Brothers. Snow Brothers was a game that I think that's really rare and super expensive now. And I played... Hold on one second. The Snow Brothers was a game that I played renting it from the local grocery store. We rented it multiple times. We love that game. Turns out now that game is worth, I think it's worth a lot of money. Like even if you just sell the manual, which I used to have. I might still have the manual.
Oh.
Because we used to steal the manuals from the rental place. which in my defense, my parents told us to do it. They didn't say that it wasn't okay. Like if I had done that now, I'd be like, "What are you doing? Don't steal the manuals. Other people want to read the manuals." But
yeah, and they actually had stadium events in the collection too, which is like the most highest
oh yeah,
priced
they did.
game.
Yeah.
Very. It's popular, like, but it's still rare. What happened? The reason why it's so rare is that they brought it out at stadium events. Nintendo loved the game so much, they went to Namco and said, "Hey, we want to buy this game. We want to change the name of it." And there was a couple out there in the wild already. So when they rebranded it to, I forgot the name of the
I didn't
Nintendo
know that,
one.
dude.
Yeah. So like stadium events, a couple boxes were already released in the wild, and that goes for like almost more than a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's like $10,000.
$10,000 if it's in an excellent shape, but still easily it can. I see them on eBay all the time. They just get endless bids on there, and that right there is like very sought after.
Bill's Catch said that Snow Bros can go anywhere from $200 to $600.
Wow.
So yeah, I was remembering that
Whew.
correctly. Bird Brain asks, Ask Plastic, thank you. Good to be back on the West Coast. This is a very like stereotypical what I would have thought Portland would be. It's like Silent Hill, foggy every day here.
Atmosphere.
How was the atmosphere? Were attendees celebrating their love for games, or were they more competitive and trying to get deals? I actually think that it was a pretty good atmosphere as far as that goes. Nobody was competitive about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And like everybody was helpful, and
pretty
dealers
much
were nice.
friendly people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And most importantly, I saw people with their families and then
Oh, yeah.
little children playing in television, Atari.
That was interesting, yeah.
That was cool. And they're like, "Daddy, what's this?" Whoa, I'll tell you.
Actually,
son.
it was weird when we were in
Yeah.
line on the first day for the exhibitor hall, like where you actually buy stuff. There was like I think 2 or 3 kids behind us, and I say kids, but they were in high school. But they were like super excited to go see these retro games, and I was just like, why are you guys into this? Like, how did you get into it? And one of them like got into IT or something.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah.
He said he got
in
into-
line, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he said he got into IT, so that somehow triggered his like discovering all these old games and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
I guess it's interesting because they have no nostalgia for it, like the
Right.
way we do, where we played it as kids, but they're still interested in it.
Yeah, I actually saw him later on, finishing up. Like there was a another booth where it was you pay the guy $5. They give you an empty plastic bag. You fill it up as much retro stuff in some. It was like a recycling bin of just
Yeah, yeah.
all this accumulated wires, accessories, even more junk. Sometimes I saw a broken system in there. You just fill it up. I saw that kid in there. He was just hounding it. He paid
Really?
actually $10 for 2 bags, and he made out like a bandit. He's
Wow.
like, "Hey, it's you from the line." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even get that much." And
I didn't see him
He was
again.
like, he was like a champion right there. Good
That's
job,
funny,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. What's the best JRPG to play for beginners? I'll get back to that in a second. Serena, hello. Is that Warren? This is indeed Warren.
Oh hi.
The fabled Warren Fernandez.
Hey, I'm back. Yeah, on the vlog.
That's a good point. Birdbrain says that the history of video games is only like 30 to 40 years old.
Okay.
So like they're immersing themselves in a history that's not that old. It's funny, man. Like it's funny how each medium, like film, comics and books and stuff like that, and then video games, they've all gone through the same thing where when it's new, nobody's thinking about preserving these things and looking at it as like something that people will want to go back to at some point. So there's a lot of early films that are lost, and now
Yeah.
games not so much. Like we have more of a problem now with games being lost because of digital, like games being delisted and stuff. But the condition of games has not like survived because people haven't thought about that
Right.
as much. So like
Yeah.
packaging and stuff isn't taken care of that well. Anyways, best JRPG to play
Okay.
for beginners.
Okay. I will have to say anything that is action based.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say your Legend is a Link to the Past. Will probably-
Link to the Past. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
that's not the most typical JRPG example, but that would be a good one.
That would be a good
I was
one.
thinking of Secret of Mana.
Secret of Mana too. Yeah.
Because it's
yeah.
like really simple gameplay. Don't play it by yourself though. I would recommend playing with other people. Just amazing music, super simple story, but it's fun to just play and just hack and slash with
And
your friends.
it's also available on phones too, so you can buy it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Phones, iPad, iPod, iPhones. Yeah.
Johnny Herrera says Kingdom Hearts if you're not wanting to dive too much into the story.
Okay.
Well, I will say that if you are willing to dive into the story is super fun and stupid. Like it's so labyrinthine, like where it goes all over the place. It doesn't make any sense, but it's
Yeah.
super entertaining all the time. The music's incredible. The action is actually that's a really good choice too. Maybe not the first Kingdom Hearts, just do Kingdom Hearts 2, or when 3 comes out, play 3. It's so much fun to just hack through everything anyway.
Oh, preservation societies for video.
There are now, for video games. They actually, one of them,
Yeah.
the Video Game History Foundation just started last year, I think.
Yeah, the guy that had the whole NES collection over at the convention, one of his dreams is to have his own museum, and that's why he's collecting all this. His name is John Hancock.
Yeah, he's got a
yeah.
YouTube channel. You can check that out.
John Hancock. I call him Sensei.
Not the John Hancock, the where you sign or whatever.
The immortal John Hancock. Yeah.
Serena asks, "Are you here for a hiking convention or?" I think that's what she said. Let me see. For hiking or a convention? Oh, so both. Well, I'm here for both. Warren and his brother were just here for the gaming convention.
Right.
So the gaming convention just ended yesterday. It's Monday morning here, and we're gonna explore the city because your flight doesn't leave till later in the day.
Much later.
I'm gonna go hiking starting tonight/tomorrow. I'll probably just find a place to camp tonight and then hike through for the rest of the week, and then I leave Saturday. Johnny Herrera says, which has a crazier story, Metal Gear or Kingdom Hearts?
I would have to say Metal Gear because Kojima.
I would say Metal Gear's story is crazier because he tries to make it realistic at the same time. Like Kingdom Hearts never claimed to be realistic, but Kingdom Hearts' story is it does it treats things that are nonsensical as if they're actually sensical, whereas in Metal Gear, the weirdness is kind of acknowledged by everybody. So like if something weird happens, like Fortune with the bullets curving off of her, people are like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
But in Kingdom Hearts, when something weird happens, people are just like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I became a nobody when I got touched by Ansem or whatever happened.
I would say because like, and this is a feature I have not seen in any other game that's on Metal Gear Solid, is that the dialogue will change depending on what other save files are on your memory card.
Yeah, that's
I've
true,
heard
yeah.
about that. Yeah, and I've never seen a like he'll be like,
Oh, it was only
you have to
Konami
say-
games.
only
Yeah.
Konami. Like, oh, Castlevania, huh?
You like Castlevania?
Yeah. Other than that, haven't really delved into Metal Gear Solid, but I've always known that Kojima is like way out there when it comes to. He's very passionate about programming.
Would you burn video games to stay alive in a survival situation? Yeah, I would.
Heck yeah.
I'd burn anything to stay
Yeah.
alive. I guess it just depends on how extreme the survival situation is.
Gotta preserve them games somehow. Yeah.
Well, you'll have to preserve them in your memories if you're gonna burn them. Okay, let's see what time it is because I think we might be able to go soon. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go for like another 10 minutes because we can leave at 8:30 or so. Because so the first place we're gonna hit up was the
CD.
CD store opens at 9 or the bookstore opens
Oh,
at 9?
bookstore opens at 9. We have to take. Well, anyway, we have to go and get some all-day
Get
passes.
our passes, yeah.
Yeah.
I am solo hiking Serena. That's all I had to say about that. Actually, how much was the convention's entry fee? I think it was 25.
I think so. Like if you're there at the door, I paid like 30 online, but yeah, 25 for one day. I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's 30. You're right.
About $30, and it's
Yeah.
all 3 days.
Yeah,
So $10.
35 at the door. 30.
$10 a day for us.
I mean, after you buy plane tickets in a hotel, you don't even think about the ticket
Oh
price.
no, yeah, that was like back in April when we paid
Yeah,
for it.
you're just like, well, I already spent this much money. Breakfast, no, I skip breakfast now, and then you usually eat one meal a day, right?
Almost one meal a day.
Yeah.
We might do lunch though.
Yeah, lunch.
And that's it.
Ass Blastic. First of all, Ass Blastic, you need to go to this convention because you're close enough. Like, you gotta go, dude.
Yeah.
Just at least for a day, just make like a day trip out of it. This is pretty amazing. I didn't get that much, so I can just go through mine again. I got a bunch of Saturn games: Shining Wisdom, Tactics Ogre, Daytona USA, Sega Rally, Panzer Dragoon 2, Panzer Dragoon 1, Assault Suit Lanos 2, and then I got 2 copies of Final Fantasy 3 for the Super Nintendo. I'm gonna sell one, but I cherry picked each one, so.
Well, I gotta correct you on. You actually got one more game. Also giving him a
Oh
copy.
yes, okay, yeah.
I accidentally had 2 copies, so and I bought this because I'm an idiot. I only paid $5 for it. This is Ridge Racer 7. This is right here. If you're ever wanting to go into like just racing games, arcadey style, this is it. Just,
Actually,
just pick up and go.
I love the Ridge Racers that I've played. Like, they're super fun, man.
$5. Ignore this one GameStop one. It's $5.
Yeah, so
here you go.
oh, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
I will Google you that money at some point.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. No worries.
And then Warren got like everything. So here's 3: Kill Switch, Luminous, Brute Force,
Looking for comments. That's all I've been looking for.
and then
I prefer the classic F-Zero. I agree with you, and I have F-Zero as well.
Warren went to town. This is just one bag. He's got a whole suitcase full of other stuff.
Yeah.
But he went frugal though.
I went
Like,
frugal.
My stuff was quite expensive, but these were things that I wanted to get a Saturn collection started, and I also got the Saturn RGB cable, so I need stuff to play on the Saturn.
Yeah.
And then Final Fantasy 3 for the Super Nintendo. That's something I had to have in my collection at some point. So I was like, well, I might as well bite the bullet. The game cost like $70 or $80 when it came out. So I paid $85 for one copy, $130 for the other. I'm gonna sell one of them. So anyway, paying around $110 or whatever for a good condition of Final Fantasy 3. That's like, it's not too bad from paying new price back when it was new.
Right.
So I thought it was worth it. And it's one of my favorite games of all time. So Outdoor Serenity, Welcome. Not welcome. See you later.
Thank
you
you
for joining.
Thank you.
And yes, Panzer Dragoon. I love it. I got this RGB cable. I'm very excited about playing it. It's gonna be great. The first game I'm gonna play though when I get back is probably Sega Rally, just because I can jump in it right away. Game and Watch pieces.
Game and Watch was like before the NES.
Did you see any?
I did see some, yeah.
I didn't see any.
Mm-hmm. And they had like the 2 screens on there. Down the road, they made it. That's where the inspiration for the DS came in. Yeah.
If I'm gonna be like super, not even like super hardcore, but I think next year what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take notes on each booth. I'm gonna go through every booth because what happened this year was I would just randomly walk around like whatever caught my eye.
Right.
And I know I didn't see everything. Like this was the amount of booths that there were. Is booths the plural of booth, or is it booths?
Boots.
Booths.
Boots.
Or booths. I don't know.
Boots and cats and boots.
That was all the vendors, and I would just like walk around and just be like, ooh. But I'm gonna like maybe I'll systematically go through it next year, go one at a time, and then like check them off, and then make sure I've made notes on what's where.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much to get the best deal, just so that I actually see everything, because it's so much fun to look at everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you see the footage, man, you're gonna be like, I wish I had gone. Well, you won't be like, I wish I had gone. You'll be like, I gotta go next year, because just to look at it. Like, it's probably a good idea to not bring any money if you don't want to spend money. Just like literally leave all credit cards at home. Mm-hmm. Don't take any cash. Mm-hmm. And then just go into the convention center and look, because it's so much fun to just see what all they have there, even if you're not getting anything yourself,
Yeah.
There's slim pickings everywhere, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just how the hunt is, as we say in the whole thing. That's how game chasing goes.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Sometimes you see it there. Sometimes you end up with a whole stack of GameCube games. That actually happened to me one time at a Goodwill. It was like 7, 8 o'clock at night. They were about to close. They put out on their shelf 5, 6, 7, 8. Mario Sunshine was in there. Mario Party 4. Mario Party 5.
At a Goodwill?
At a Goodwill, yeah. Wow. I had no clue, and I was like, I got paid, and they took my money. It was like 5 or 6, 8 games, which would cost like $40 a piece. They were asking only $5. They had no interest in like researching at all. They just want to put it out there.
Yeah, that type of stuff you just have to get really lucky. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten too lucky. Like, the luckiest thing I ever did was get 3 brand new inbox GameCube component cables when I was living in Japan for 500 yen each. It's like $5 each. That's the best thing I've ever found, but
awesome.
For the most part, I haven't found that much cool stuff. And your brother bought a Saturn from somebody that came with Magical Knight Ray Earth, Panzer Dragoon Saga, Shining Force 3. Was there any other ones?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I can't remember the other ones.
Holy Grails right there.
The 3 Holy Grails for Saturn he got for $100 with the Saturn, like that.
Yeah, with the Mother Saturn.
Yeah, I'm gonna like rob your brother at some point. Just like, I don't know what happened to him, but somehow I got Panzer Dragoon.
Yeah, and I know the guy because I used to work with the guy. Where he came from a wealthy family, and he's just offing everything. Yeah, lucky.
Yes, super lucky. So Ask Plastic says that he needs to go. His in-laws are in Vancouver. Did you know there's a Vancouver in Seattle? Or not Seattle, in Washington. Like not the Canada Vancouver. There's a Vancouver in Washington. It's like just north of here.
Okay.
And I didn't know that until we came here and I was looking at Google Maps. I was like, oh. Are you guys excited for Red Dead Redemption 2? I wouldn't say I'm excited because I didn't play the first one, but I am interested. I would really like to play it. It comes out this Friday.
Rockstar games never disappoint.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The only Rockstar game that I've played is, I mean, that sounds weird because it's such a popular company that makes such popular games, was Vice City.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
one. I love
one.
Vice City, and the thing that really sold me on it was that they play Billie Jean. And the first car that you get in, and it's playing Billie Jean. Oh, man, it's one of my favorite songs.
That was the first Vice City that actually had licensed music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and then if you're trying to get it on Steam, some of that music is gone because the license expired.
They unlicensed it.
If you want to get all the music, get the PS2 or the Xbox original versions of it.
Did you, by chance, see the old Der Langrisser game?
Yes, I did, and I was so tempted. the guy was asking for $9. Was that a good price? I don't know. That's the thing.
I've heard the name before, but I don't actually know what that
And
game
that
is.
was for Super Nintendo. Super Famicom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ask Blastic says the best win for him was at a Goodwill and a huge tub of NES games. A copy of Bucky O'Hare was in there. Sold it for the price of the tub. Wow.
Ooh, good job. Yeah, Bucky O'Hare is rare too. Yeah.
Fun fact, Vancouver, Washington is older than Vancouver, Canada.
Nice.
Wow, that's funny. I had no idea, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude, like getting stuff at Goodwill is like so hit and miss.
Yeah.
My Goodwill, like right next to my house, I've never seen a video game there.
Okay.
Like I've seen some old PC games or like Math Blaster and stuff, but like an actual video game any sane human being would want to play, never seen one there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and then most of the Goodwills that I've like just randomly jumped into, nothing. Like we went to one before the convention started. Like
Right.
this convention was kind of like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer goes to the buffet. And then once the buffet closes, like they make him leave because he's eating too much. We're here to go to a convention where we're gonna just be looking at old games the entire weekend. We went to the Goodwill before it started because they're like, well, we got nothing else to do. Let's go check out the Goodwill. And then, but your brother did find an original PlayStation controller.
Original PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
And then everything was just all picked over. I had a feeling that there was probably some attendees already went there and already just cleaned house.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
thinking that's what happened. Yep.
Well, I mean, it's also possible Goodwill just didn't have anything. It's like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so hit and miss.
Yeah, it's very
DJ
hit and
Genki says, I rarely hear you talk about Earthbound. Did you ever latch onto that? Earthbound is interesting because my friend played it when we were growing up.
Okay.
And he liked it a lot. And I love like the aesthetic of it. I love the music. And I finally played it when they released it on the Wii U's Virtual Console. I thought it was a really good game. Amazing music.
Yeah.
Really interesting and quirky, but it's also not an all-time classic for me because I don't have too much nostalgia attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a great game. I just don't think about it that much or talk about it or play it that much. So
It's available
great.
for like $9 digital, about more than $100 physical. So. Good luck.
Actually, no. I think it's
Right.
even more than that.
Oh,
now.
really?
Like just
Okay.
cart only is like $250 or something ridiculous. That's actually
wow.
Ask Blastic's favorite game, and I'm pretty sure he's got a box copy.
Very good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
He says that he also says I have friends in Portland. I'm pretty sure all the Goodwills in Portland cleared out all the time. So my brother, when I said I was going to Portland, he said, "Oh yeah, it's a really cool city. A lot of homeless people." That is very true. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's just the area we're in because we're kind of downtown-ish.
Yeah.
But a lot of homeless people, like more so than other cities. And I wonder if it's just like not so much that there's just a lot of homeless people. There's just a lot of people who like. I mean, I don't know the reason for it. Like, I'm just wondering, like, why there are so many here in particular as opposed to other cities.
Right.
But there was a lot of homeless people at the Goodwill. That's why I mentioned that. Portland has a huge number of homeless and strip clubs. Oh, that's weird. We haven't seen any strip clubs yet.
Nah,
Have you?
Nope. We did see the cannabis store though.
Oh yeah, we checked out
Yeah.
the cannabis store. Super nice.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness, man, like, it was very, like, neatly organized, and, like, all the stuff had really nice packaging and stuff. And
A legitimate business, and
Yeah.
it actually we just go in there and it smells just like weed.
yeah, like, it's funny, you have to show your ID at the front. There's, like, a little counter, and then they let you inside to go look at the stuff. And we almost got, like, some weed coffee
Yeah.
thing. It's like they infuse the coffee with THC or something. That would be a weird experience to take something like coffee that sends you up like this and then weed that relaxes you like this. It's like you'd be bouncing back and forth, but we ended up not getting it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. It was $11 for that one bottle.
Yeah,
so
sure.
like, nah.
that would have actually been pretty fun, but that's
Yeah.
all right. We needed our focus,
Yeah.
like, because when you're looking for game deals,
You don't want to be high. Like, you might end up spending $100 on something that's supposed to be $1.
Serena asked if this was a sanctuary city. I don't know, and I actually don't know what a sanctuary city is, but I could guess that it's maybe like a place that makes it easier to live when you're homeless. I don't know. But I will say that this place is super friendly towards bikes. Like, on the trains, they have hooks where you can put your bike up. So it's just like this little like hook specifically made for bikes, and then you put the tire on there, and then the bike just sits there. So And
Yeah.
apparently, so you guys will see in the vlog, but one of the other viewers, I went on a hike with her, and she was telling me that like there's even a hospital or something where they specifically have like a bike rack inside. I can't remember what she said exactly, but something to do with
Okay.
bikes are like the one of the main methods of transportation for a lot of people here. So
Yeah. Not to
they're
mention,
all really accommodating of that.
Not to mention all the rental scooters that are around.
Oh yeah, so this place is
Yeah.
one of the cities that has scooters. So me being from, they don't have them in Las Vegas.
I have not seen them. I've heard of them. The other city that would have that would be San Francisco, and they're finding that as a nuisance now.
Yeah, like all the big cities now are getting scooters and stuff. I don't know about New York though. New York, I don't know, but we haven't used them yet. But they seem really solid as far as scooters go. Like they look like they'd be fun to ride. But yeah, apparently they're a nuisance to the locals in a lot of places. Vince says he's pretending to work watching our videos.
Good job.
Okay, so it's 8:30. I think we should actually end this so we can go to the bookstore because that is going to be open soon. We're going to go over there. What else? Final thoughts on Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Portland Retro Gaming Expo is a mecca. A lot of these people that actually run it, they used to live in the Bay Area, California. You know, was that San Jose, Santa Clara, Sunnyvale? I used to live there, so I would know that these companies, Atari, Namco, Capcom, stores like that, people, those companies used to be in the Bay Area. A lot of them moved over because the Bay Area is starting to become really expensive to live, and they all decided around in the late 90s to move up to Oregon, where it's much cheaper at the time, and they brought their video games with them.
Yeah.
And now they're getting older. 20 years later, they're starting to, sell it. It's just accumulates so much of video game culture out here in Portland.
I think, so my closing thoughts for the convention is just, if you have an interest in the games and you just even want to see them, like it's something, of course you can get any of these games
Right.
on eBay anytime. Like it's not like this is the only place you can buy them, but it's the only place where you can see them all in person. And if you just want to pick it up, you can pick it up. Like it's not something you have to like him and haul over and then wait for shipping and everything. You can just make an impulse purchase on Final Fantasy III or
Right.
the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, bring an empty bag because you'll be buying a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Bring
it's
an empty bag.
that's really fun.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, and then thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
Shafriel Cosmos says, Pal's Books, I'm assuming, is the destination. It indeed is. We're going to go there.
Yeah.
Just walk around.
Excited.
We don't really need, anything. Oh, the Oregonians did not like that the Bay Area folks moved up there because they made it more expensive.
You're right, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember that too. I used to live there in the Bay Area, so.
And then Birdbrain says it's the MIDI soundtracks blasting on the speakers that draws the crowd. Actually, there was a DJ there in the arcade area the whole time, and he was just playing like good music.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. So I think I recorded. Yeah, I recorded it. Okay, so we went to one of the panels. It was like trivia. It was just like people would come up and do trivia. It was late at night, and then when they were writing down their answers, there was like 20 or 30 seconds. They started playing chiptune music, so me and Warren just started dancing in the back trying to get the attention of the trivia people. They never looked.
It was a running gag. You'll see it. Yeah. You'll see. We got footage.
Oh, Daryl, welcome. Sorry, we're about to end the stream, but it's good to be back on my channel for once. Like I haven't posted a video in ages. But we're at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. We talked about it. Catch the archive so you can see what it was all about. Actually, Daryl, me and him are planning on trying to go to SGDQ next year,
Okay.
which is like in June or July.
June, July.
So we might try to do that. But then
Okay, yeah.
Portland Retro Gaming Expo might be something we do every year. So
Mhm.
I think we all decided, me, Warren, and his brother,
Yeah.
we were like,
Yeah. If our schedules align, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. We're going to end the stream now and then go to Pal's Books.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys. We'll see you later, and I'll post the vlog like in a week or so. Yeah, probably a week. You'll see it in one. All right. See you guys. Thank you for joining.
Bye-bye.
How do I close this? Here we go. See you guys. Bye.